I got a little DNA on me.
Hello there, and welcome to the If It Swims podcast, the multi-species angling podcast. My FBI file says Bret Dalton. Joining me for episode 30 are Dave Spear.
Hey, guys.
And Gary Houle.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, welcome, guys. Thanks for joining. This month, we've got some recent trips, some fishing news, and finally, we will finish up with our third installment of Fish of the States. We like to kick things off with fishing since we're a fishing podcast. So here we go. I'll go first for reasons that will become very obvious very quickly. I went 3 times this month and blanked all 3 times. End of story.
Ouch.
Oh, you'll do it too. Don't worry. Well, you have secret ponds, Dave. You might not. So, Gary, what'd you do? I've seen some pictures.
Yeah, I wanted to say this was a slow month, but when I went back and looked through all the pictures, it was pretty decent, just hit or miss. I had stretches of multiple days where I went out and got nothing every day. And then 2 days ago, I went and had 6 fish in, 2 hours. So not bad.
No complaints.
Nice.
Yeah.
2 was your highest species count for a day?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, we got to track that,
Yeah. A couple of, that's like a green sunfish, and I guess kind of 1.5 on that one is a green and a hybrid.
That was a hybrid of, I think it was a bluegill green sunfish hybrid.
Yeah, I think it was a green gill.
But I'm not positive. Hybrids are complicated.
DNA will tell us, right?
Well, I'm not testing it. Are you waiting for results? Is that what you're
No,
saying?
I didn't pull a scale and ship it off or anything. Yeah. The other one, the other multi-species day was a bluegill and a whole mess of dinks, bass.
Yeah.
Steve's younger brother.
Steve's younger brother, Dink. Oh man. Well, Dave, what about you? It's kind of the same.
I had a great month
the same
fishing.
Story, isn't it?
It was a little different for me. I mean, I have had some dink days, but I've had some really good fishing this month. I had one day. So Bret came down to fish with me a while back, and we drove by a pond, and I said, Bret, I've fished that pond a couple of times, and I've caught sunfish and crappie, and I don't know if I've ever caught any bass out of it, but somebody pulled a 6-pounder out of there last night. And Bret said, oh, well, that was the only one.
I did say that.
Well, I realized this month as I was like looking at my map, my spots that I wanted to go to, I was like, you know what? I have actually only ever hit that pond late morning. Like I've gone somewhere else and then I've gone there. So I went there in the morning and I caught, was it 5 or 6 bass over 4 pounds? It was a bunch. And so, I mean, it was great. It was a great day. I've never had a bass fishing day like that, so it was cool.
It is cool.
Had my share of dink days, and then I had a family trip out to Florida.
That's right.
And it was not the kind of Florida that we talked about on the podcast a couple of months ago. We were out on the beach. It was beautiful. I fished probably 4 or 5 days and spent at least 15 hours fishing. And I caught 1 fish.
1 fish.
That's work.
Baby Jack.
Baby Jack. But.
And I caught it like I was bass fishing. I was in a kayak. I was on the lagoon side. And all of a sudden something blew up on a dock that I was already heading to anyway. I threw out a popper. I let it sit for 1 second. I popped it once. And it got slammed.
Oh,
Nice.
wow.
Yeah. That's fun. Even baby jacks are awesome, though. Because they are.
Oh, it was
they're
so
angry.
strong.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so strong. And of course, it did a 360 around the piling at the end of the dock, not attached to the dock. And I had to paddle around it to unwind the jack from the piling.
That's good.
So what else? Let's see. I went fly fishing for the first time in a long time yesterday morning. And I went back to the pond with all the 4 or 5 pound bass. And I don't know if it's flies or it's, 3 weeks later or what, but all I caught was dinks.
They weren't terrible looking,
they
though.
Weren't terrible dinks. They weren't. They were.
They're not like what I'm catching up here, like 10-inch, half-pound fish.
The first few were like that.
Okay.
And then, but I did end up catching a couple of 1 pounders and a 1.5 pounder.
1.5 pounder is a decent fish, and you're using a 2 weight, so that made it even better.
I was using an 8 weight mostly because that was the fastest reel I found in my pile of fishing junk. And I was like, well, weight doesn't matter, I'll throw this.
Yeah.
And I was planning on sight fishing for gar later, but the water was dirty, and so I just didn't do it.
Yeah. I went with I didn't mention this. Gary and I went up to fly fish for carp.
Oh yeah.
And that water was such
I forgot that one.
It's very forgettable. It was such chocolate milk, and the wind was howling. Nothing about the day was good. We basically started trying to find gar up in the grass, and the lake was flooded up into the grass, which
was cool as hell.
It was cool. We basically started chasing gar up there, and they were spawning, so they weren't too interested either. But they were there, and I set the hook on one and felt the weight, so that was better than nothing.
I remember one time up there, back when I lived up there and fished that lake, it was flooded one day like that, and I saw carp tailing under picnic tables, which was kind of cool. And I also learned, that was when I learned for the first time, not having grown up here in Texas, that fire ants float, because I'm out there in the water. I'm in waist deep water trying to see carp, which is going to be impossible, but I'm in waist deep water, and my hand starts stinging, and I look down, and my fly line has landed in a pile of floating fire ants. They've come up the fly line, and they're biting my hand.
Oh man. Yeah. They've got weird mats that float, and they are not fun.
Oh no. Oh, I got one more fishing thing.
Awesome. Good.
Gary mentioned DNA.
Yeah.
So I had to wash my glasses the other night because I went to watch TV.
Where's this going?
I went to watch TV, and I had this big smear in my glasses, and it reminded me of something I'd forgotten about, which was that I had caught a bass. There's treble hooks everywhere, and it was real busy, so I put a boga grip on it. And when I do this, and I'm fishing on a pond that has that scum line, that scummy.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I'll take that after I've released the fish. I'll take that boga grip, and I'll just kind of fling the bass out so it's not suffocating in the sunlight, and then let go of the boga. Well, I misfired on the boga release, so the bass hit me in the face. I got a little DNA on me.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the tagline.
Yeah. I went home smelling like bass.
Yeah. Next time, try that with a carp.
Yeah.
Well, you don't put a carp on a boga grip, but in general, just smack your face with it anyway.
Not the first time I've been smacked in the face by a fish, but it's been a while.
Yeah. Oh man, I got hit in the crotch by a fish once.
Oh,
in a kayak? Or?
No, on the bank. It was about a 30-pound grass carp.
Okay.
And I reeled it in. It didn't do anything. It didn't fight. I put it on the mat, went to unhook it, and it lost its mind. And part of that was its head directly into my crotch.
Ow.
Exactly. As if I was on Ow My Balls.
Yeah.
And then I'm laying on the ground, and there's this big 30-pound grass carp going bonkers beside me.
Yeah. Oh.
We didn't get a picture of that one.
Where was that at?
Emma, down on Lake Austin in Austin.
Okay.
Yeah. Like Emma, but that doesn't really help much, does it?
Right.
Oh man. Well, we did all make it out, which is good.
Yeah.
You guys caught some fish, which is even better.
Yeah, and I've been trying to follow y'all's lead and get out more during the week. right before work. Or Bret, I know you used to do lunch break
not
stuff.
anymore.
We'll see how that changes. But
there's nothing up there.
That makes all the difference getting out for half an hour at lunch.
It's really amazing, isn't it?
Well, I tell you what, our shared photo album that we all post pictures to,
pretty full.
I feel like there's a few times in the last couple of weeks, Gary, where you were fishing 3 times a day.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'd see a fish in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening.
I did have one day where I went out 3 times before work, at lunch, and after work. Each one of those was about an hour for one fish.
Yeah.
So it wasn't great, but my mental health that day was top tier.
I would think so, yeah. That's nice. Hey, did you guys find any fishing news?
I panicked. I didn't think I was going to, but I got something.
Was that today?
No, I'm not that much of a procrastinator.
Oh, well.
Oh.
Well, you're the one, because guess when I got mine?
Today?
Of course. When did you get yours?
30 minutes ago.
Oh, nice.
I used to do it right before. Actually, I got mine a few hours ago.
I got mine midday.
It was today.
Yeah, but it's kind of fun that way.
Yeah. I've got some backups that I don't really like that if I ever,
Yeah, I got a few hanging out there. So we'll start with Dave, since Gary started our fishing.
Once again, I have more than one story, and I've already been inspired by an event that happened on this podcast in the last few minutes.
Interesting.
And since every once in a while we like to learn stuff on this thing about fish.
Or pretend to, anyway.
Or pretend to. I am going to bring you from discoverwildlife.com an article that starts out saying, think you know fish? Think again. From farting herons to math geniuses, these underwater wonders continue to surprise us. So it's like 15 factoids. So the first one is fish can pee. Fish are able to excrete unwanted compounds such as salts, nitrogen containing ammonia via the membranes of their gills.
Oh.
Freshwater fish wee copiously as they are able to flush their kidneys with large quantities of fresh water, whereas fish in the sea have to store more body water. So in short, fish can and do pee.
Okay.
I thought it was a little weird that fish excrete some stuff through their gills. I thought that was sort of a one-way street.
Out of their vent.
Yeah.
That's what
I almost went with
that, or skin for some of the saltwater.
Speaking of which, I almost went with the cloaca story just because we've mentioned that on our last 2 podcasts, but I didn't this time.
I'm going to change the name of this to the Cloaca podcast.
All right, so these are all short, but there's 14 more of them, and they're fun. So some fish can walk, and this was one of my backup stories for a long time. It might not look like the movement of a legged land-dwelling mammal, but some fish use their fins to shuffle along the ground or move between rock pools to catch prey. The bottom-dwelling frogfish, one of the world's weirdest fish, uses their pec fins to do this. Mm-hmm. And epaulet sharks, they do the same using their pelvic fins. Scientists, not sure if fish sleep. The question of whether fish sleep or not doesn't have a clear answer. Most fish will enter a regular inactive state, particularly during the night, resting on the bottom or floating motionless. But it's not clear whether this is sleep in the way we know it. They might simply be saving energy because they can't feed or interact in the dark, but they do seem to be less responsive to what's going on around them. Now, I may not be a scientist, but I know fish sleep because when Bret has a day off, they're not biting.
By the way, Dave, you know what I was going to say? I know they sleep because every time I go, they're asleep.
Oh, let's see. A lot of fish need to swim constantly to survive. Most of us know that some sharks must continue to swim. I'll skip the rest of that paragraph.
That's a good one.
Fish can do math.
Interesting.
A 2022, I don't know if you'd call this math, but a 2022 study found that cichlids and stingrays could be trained to count up to 5 if they are presented with a selection of shapes and are rewarded if they respond accordingly.
Interesting.
We probably, I think all three of us know this, but if not, I don't think every listener of our podcast does. There's a fish doorbell in the Netherlands that allow fish to travel through canals.
Mm-hmm.
In the Dutch city of Utrecht, a system called the fish doorbell is helping fish migrate through canals. A camera near Weerdsluis Lock has been set up, which allows the public to spot fish. Yeah, I have no idea how you pronounce that word. The public spot the fish, and when enough fish are spotted, the viewers can push a virtual doorbell and open the lock. So I guess it's like a fish traffic cam or something.
Nice. Right. That's amusing.
Let's see. We got a few more of these. Freshwater fish don't need to drink, but seawater fish do.
They do?
What?
Yeah. It says not all fish need to drink water. The body fluids of freshwater fish are more concentrated than their surroundings. So they take on water through their skin, gills, and mouth through osmosis. But seawater is more concentrated than a fish's body fluids, so marine fish lose water and must drink to replace it.
That's the strangest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah. All right, any guesses on the fastest fish? Oh, go.
Sometimes evolution is just broken.
Yeah. Like I'm living in water. Why do I need to drink it?
And you're onto the fastest fish.
I'm going to guess bluefin tuna.
Bluefin tuna can theoretically reach speeds of up to 144 miles per hour.
I got it. What do I win?
Nothing. You guessed fact. We're halfway through fish facts. You guessed the middle one.
All right.
There you go.
It turns out it's quite difficult to find out what the fastest fish in the world is. Tagged sailfish have been logged accelerating at a rate that, if sustained for 2 seconds, would result in a speed of 78 miles per hour.
Wow.
But bluefin tuna with acceleration could reach 144.
That's a fast fish.
Let's see. Rabbitfish team up in pairs. I've never heard of this fish.
Nor
a rabbitfish. It says most fish don't make friends or create partnerships, but rabbitfish are an exception. They team up in pairs, sometimes with members of the same sex, and help each other during feeding. They take turns to eat while their partner looks out for predators. I'm going to skip a couple of these because I don't know. They're starting to feel long. So let's go to big lips. Some fish have big lips for a reason. A study of African cichlids has found that fat-lipped species of fish have evolved facial features that help them extract prey from smaller areas with greater ease. The pointed snout can be pushed into nooks and crannies, while the big fleshy lips create a seal with the surface, allowing the fish to suck the prey out.
Nice.
That's bizarre.
Yeah. Like all the cichlids we were catching on our Florida trip back in March had, I think, normal size lips. They
were very normal fish as far as they just looked like fish.
Yeah. they look like fish that ran into a some sort of a splatter painting contest or something.
Yes, that is true.
One more final fish fact.
All right.
The Antarctic toothfish is a large, slender fish with a broad head, and it's known for being the hardiest in the sea. It's able to withstand waters of between negative 1.5 and 1.3 degrees centigrade. Wow. As the Antarctic toothfish, the Disosticus moussoni lives in temperatures lower than at which water freezes. It produces antifreeze glycoproteins to stop its blood from freezing.
That's cool.
Don't some sharks also produce that? The Greenland, the Greenland shark to be I believe it does as well.
That sounds like it could be correct.
Yeah. I mean, we're going to say it is anyway.
So that's it. There's some number of fish facts out of 15.
That's great. Can I back up to one thing from that?
Yeah.
Did your fish facts article say centigrade, or did you convert it to, say, centigrade instead of Celsius.
Oh, you know what?
That's your age showing.
Yeah, it said negative 1.5 degrees C.
No, that's cool. The reason I was asking, I say centigrade. That's what I want.
Are they interchangeable? Because I don't know.
They're the same, yeah.
Luckily, they got lucky. The guy who invented it called it centigrade because it was 100. His name also started with the C, so it worked out great.
Oh, his name was Celsius?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Gary?
That's a pimp name.
Centigrade or Celsius?
I grew up calling it centigrade, but I switched to Celsius
did.
in college, yeah.
I never switched. I say centigrade. It confuses people.
Well, anybody younger than us, anyway.
Well, yeah.
I think if I'm talking up, I got to switch back to centigrade.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, right.
Nice.
My elders.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, so it's not confusing.
Yeah.
I've got one here from Fox News with the title, Sea Lion Pulls Off Brazen Tuna Heist.
Oh, nice.
Everyone remembers the kid who stole other people's lunches in school. As it turns out, some sea lions never really outgrew that phase. A viral video making the rounds online shows a fisherman celebrating with what would be his first ever yellowfin tuna.
Oh, no.
Unfortunately for him, a massive sea lion had other plans. As the angler proudly poses with the fish alongside the boat, an opportunistic marine mammal suddenly emerges from the water. And if you watch the video, and I'll put a link to it in the show notes, of course, this thing gets some serious air jumping up onto the dock. It's a one straight motion. It's insane.
That is so metal.
And makes a beeline for the tuna. The fisherman does his best to get away and hold on, but he's very overmatched. And I believe a sea lion could take a hand if you didn't want
or drown you.
Well, he was on the dock. He's probably okay.
Yeah. Well, you're back in.
But he's overmatched. Finally, he just tosses the fish into the air, and the sea lion grabs it out of the air while the stunned angler was stumbling backwards as the sea lion and his tuna disappear to the ocean.
Wow. I thought this was going to be sea lions stealing food from other sea lions. Like, okay.
No, this is insane.
That's awesome.
It says it's funny when you watch it from the comfort of your couch. It's probably a lot less funny when you spend hours hoping to catch a tuna, only to watch a big blubbery bully swoop in and claim it for itself.
It's really bittersweet, right? I mean,
you saw something cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
There is that, yeah.
That'll never happen to him again.
Well, let's look at that. Believe it or not, this type of behavior is actually pretty common. So common, wildlife experts refer to it as depredation.
Depredation.
Yes.
Depredation. Wow.
Or depredation, yes. When marine mammals steal fish directly from anglers' fishing lines, nets, or boats. Sea lions are particularly notorious for it because they're very intelligent and quick to learn and associate fishing activity with an easy meal. The good news is, dude caught a yellowfin. Bad news is, somebody else is eating it.
That's a real bummer.
Yeah.
But a cool story.
It's a cool story, and it's on video, so in a way it's even cooler, right? But the thing's coming after him, and he just gives up and just throws it toward the sea lion, catches it in midair, and just jumps back in the water.
He's coming right for us.
Yes.
Awesome,
man. We've all had fish take other fish, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't experienced it yet.
Really?
Not that I can think of.
Oh, okay. You never caught?
No. I think on our first trip last year to the Gulf, I think I did
catch half a fish.
I didn't bring in half a fish, but did you bring in the chewed up gaff top? Right?
Oh, somebody did.
A wet sock. I don't remember which one of those that was.
Yeah,
but
someone-
I think it had that kind of scenario.
Yeah.
That might have been me. I don't know.
I've caught bass while crappie fishing.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I've caught half a fish a few times. I've caught half a snapper, and then sometimes you're reeling in a snapper and suddenly your drag just goes insane because, well, something took off with it.
Mm.
Yeah. I've also had a porpoise steal my speckled trout off the stringer.
I've been in that boat, just not get it stolen, but making the bad decision of pulling a stringer of fish on a kayak in the ICW and seeing dolphins start coming around.
Yep.
And it's time to
get
out of the water.
I was waiting.
I remember the story. Yeah.
It was a quote breakaway stringer that didn't.
So you went skiing behind a porpoise?
I went backwards skiing behind a porpoise. Yeah. It was a frightening experience. The water was only about 2 foot deep, but nothing you can do, is there?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Ass first in the surf.
Yeah, that was me. What would you find, Dave?
Gary.
Wait, Dave went already.
Yeah.
Huh.
I got a good one. At least I think it's a good one. It's multi-species focused and
nice.
It's a positive spin too.
Wow.
So this comes out of Minnesota from Minnesota Reformer. And the article was super long, so I'm summarizing it here. But so for most of Minnesota's fishing history, if you caught something that wasn't a walleye, bass, or crappie, you were basically encouraged to kill it. Gar, bowfin, buffalo, drum, red horse, quillback, you name it.
Yeah.
All of them were lumped under the rough fish or trash fish definition with no limits, no protections, and no particular reason not to just pile them up on the bank and leave them. That was the official policy for well over a century, and the fishing community just went along with it. That's the rules, right? Nothing wrong with following the rules. It turns out that was a huge mistake. Researchers have since learned that bigmouth buffalo, for example, a fish most people would just call a carp if they saw it, can live past 100 years old. One in Canada, as part of this survey, was found to be 148.
Man.
Some of the buffalo currently swimming Minnesota waters were born in the 1800s. That's amazing. I mean,
wow.
Think about that. I didn't know buffalo lived that long. I mean, I know there's shark out there that are super old.
Yeah, I didn't know any suckers lived that long.
That's wild. But they are, by one measure, the oldest living animals in North America, which is also a pretty cool thing to say.
Oh.
Nobody knew this, but also nobody was looking.
I guess they'd have to be, wouldn't they?
Yeah, I mean, no mammals, no land mammals.
No mammals. Sure, maybe a turtle would be up there as well.
Yeah, there might be some tortoises around there.
Yeah, but I think most of our tortoises in North America are pretty. They're not the really crazy long-lived ones, though.
Mm.
So it's probably got to be those guys, doesn't it?
It must be. So anyway, Minnesota has started to catch up with the program, right? In 2024, the state passed the Native Fish Bill, the first law of its kind in the country, which rewrote 41 statutes, eliminated the legal designation of rough fish. But this spring, this is this year. Mm-hmm. So this spring, Governor Walz, or maybe last year, Governor Walz signed a proclamation declaring the first ever Native Fish Day at the governor's fishing opener, adding a drum competition alongside the traditional walleye category.
Well, that's cool.
The drum, for what it's worth, eat invasive zebra mussels.
They do.
Ah, yeah.
And in a big fashion, like a ton of it. And it serves the host for 11 species of native mussels as well. It is, in other words, doing a lot of ecological heavy lifting while anglers walk past it to get to the walleye. The Minnesota DNR is now in the process of setting possession limits of 5 to 30 fish for these native species, which is in progress, even if the upper end of that range still feels generous. The problem is that bow fishing tournaments still haven't gotten the memo. At a Wisconsin event this spring, 61 teams logged over 27,000 pounds of fish. Prizes went out for the biggest gar, drum, bowfin, quillback, and buffalo, all native species.
All natives.
At the Big Ten battle in Sauk Center, Minnesota, a reporter watched one team weigh 5 pregnant female buffalo, estimated at 90 to 100 years old, then tipped them into a dumpster.
Yep.
A drum that onlookers suspected was bigger than the state record went in right behind him. The bow fishing industry argues that there's no data showing their tournaments are hurting populations, which is technically true because the research hasn't been funded yet. No one's looked into it. In some Minnesota waterways, bigmouth buffalo haven't successfully reproduced in 80 years, and no one knows why. The fish survived a century of neglect and a century of active eradication campaigns and the entirety of human recorded history in the region. So, whether they can survive the current moment is another question, but we're on the right track. They're putting protections in place. They're putting limits there. I had some other facts that came out of this article as well. So the Native Fish Day formally recognized 26 native species long classified as rockfish before. So, and I mentioned most of those, and they're all the same as you'd think of. The age for bigmouth, over 100 years old. I didn't know this. Buffalo and common carp are separated by 50 million years of evolution.
I did know that.
You did? I would have thought they were closer related.
Since they weren't even from the same continent.
Fair enough.
Really close. Really hard for them to be very close, isn't it?
Was that convergent evolution?
Convergent evolution, exactly. Because
they look at me,
which is why they look similar. They don't look similar, which is why to some people they look similar. Animals that do the same job tend to have the same features in some ways. Because that's how they need to have that. They need to be down on the bottom doing their thing. I've always claimed that, while the state I'm in does not consider the common carp invasive, the animal it has hurt the most is probably some of the suckers.
Smallmouth.
Or the suckers. The red horses, the smallmouth buffalo, not the bigmouth buffalo, because they're filter feeders, but some of the suckers. It's not hurting the bass. How's that?
Yeah.
So I was into that one. It was, it put me in a good mood when I found it.
Great. That's a great one. You also said some limits on some of these.
Yeah. So they were setting limits for some of these formerly referred to as rough fish. And it's, between 10 and 30.
Right.
Position, which is high.
Well, 30 doesn't sound that crazy to me. Considering where I live, white bass is 25.
Yeah, and that, it didn't specify what. And I could probably go look it up.
I may look that up to find it, because that is a cool story. It's recognition of native species is a cool thing. Recognition of species is a cool thing.
Yeah. I mean, anything that's going to encourage people to go out and fish for more stuff is awesome.
Or just not kill it for fun.
Right.
Better,
right.
Yeah. That's a cool one. We had something similar a long time ago on the podcast. It wasn't. You know what? We may have had a story that was the leading up to that, as in this might be happening as a story a long time ago, because I recall it some. So maybe now we've got the second part of that story.
I mean, I've slept since then.
Well, I know.
I couldn't tell you.
How's this? I'm the person who edits these things.
Yeah.
I assure you, I hear them many more times than you do.
Yeah.
2 times. One live, once when it's dropped.
Yeah, no, that's a great way to do it.
Yeah.
Because I don't like listening to myself at all.
I don't think anybody does. I sound so weird.
I can't imagine why anybody would, but I have to edit it, and then I play it once just to see how the final product was. Sometimes better than others.
Sometimes somebody shows up and picks the wrong microphone.
It's happened. I've done it. You've done it. I don't think Dave's done it.
Maybe.
No, Dave's some sort of professional. He wouldn't do that.
Nope.
Oh, man. Hey, I got something else.
Oh.
Yeah.
The fish of the States
Yeah.
gets toasty.
Oh.
I checked.
Oh, yeah.
I checked. On the day we're recording this, the highest temperature in Arizona was 114.
Ooh.
Let's go.
Is that in Phoenix?
It was actually outside of Phoenix.
Okay.
Let's go fishing.
Gross.
That's right, Arizona. It should be a fun one. To kick us off, does anyone have a fish from Arizona?
Nope.
I don't.
Not at all.
There you go. None of us do. I've been there a ton for work. I never fished.
I don't think I've been to Arizona.
Really? It was 109 degrees. Why would I go fishing?
Yeah. I think I've been there a couple of times.
Yeah.
I think we visited, my mom had a sister there for a while. I think we might have visited once or twice, but I would have been very, very young.
Okay. My, one of the places I was working, my boss or my representative at the company, kept saying, let's go bass fishing one time when you're here. We never had the time to do it. It never happened, but he was big into bass fishing those reservoirs and stuff are there, which would have been kind of cool if it wasn't 110 degrees.
Yeah.
Let's get this going. I start with the water usually. Arizona has roughly 875 square miles of surface water.
875 or 875,000?
875.
Wow.
I mean,
Consider
that sounds like a small number. I don't have any other numbers in mind, but that sounds small.
it is small. That is less than 1% of its land area.
So
Tracks.
when we were talking about this
really
last
does.
month that Arizona was coming next, I said it was like Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner. I think.
Yeah, I mean,
Bit.
yeah. So that covers around 1,700 mapped rivers and streams, 1,800 water bodies, of which 273 are named because they're large enough and at least a tenth of a square mile. Arizona ranks 13th of 51 in total river miles, but 37th in reservoir area. There's just not a lot of water. There's a lot of river miles.
That's why I said 13th in rivers seems high for what I'm just imagining as sand.
But now you have to also imagine a tiny little stream just cutting through the desert.
I was going to say, they're calling rivers.
Well, rivers and streams.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the mile,
I mean, when you live in the desert, if it's
everything's a river.
a few inches across, that's a raging river.
Yeah. So distance-wise, they've got some, but there's just not much water in them. As expected, all of their lakes are actually reservoirs. I mean, we live in Texas, so we're kind of used to that. Theodore Roosevelt Lake on the Salt River is the largest reservoir located entirely in Arizona. And the Colorado River is the spine of Arizona's water.
And the top of the Salt River is where their state fishes headwaters are, right?
I believe so. We'll get there shortly. Yes, I think so. So there's no single official number of species, but a reasonable guess is around 56. Which is
more than I would have expected.
True, but because of these streams, isolation is a thing, so different species can evolve separately. And I believe that's part of it.
And there's probably just a load of tiny fish that.
Oh, these are all small little stream fish. Yeah. You bet. Obviously, it's a landlocked state, so there's no saltwater fishery. Although historically, a couple of marine fish have made it into Arizona. The ladyfish and the striped mullet.
Wow.
Well, they made it in from the Sea of Cortez before the dams were put in to stop some of the rivers.
Interesting.
I'm not too shocked about the mullet because mullet can live in brackish and fresh water.
As can ladyfish.
Okay, I didn't know that about ladyfish.
I'm not sure about fresh water, but they can get pretty low salinity. I've got those things in some weird places where I did not expect them.
And a lot of those desert waters are pretty high salt content anyway.
I think so too. I mean, one of them is called the Salt River. I don't know if there's a reason for that. There are only a couple dozen true native species there. A quirky cast of chubs, suckers, dace, and pupfish.
Wait a minute. Is that where the rarest fish in the world lives? Is it Arizona?
No, that is in California.
California. All right.
It's in
desert.
Right. It's in
it's called the Devil's Hole.
Devil's Hole
pupfish, but
Devil's Hole pupfish within
Death Valley.
Thank you. Within Death Valley National Park.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. Well, we're a few months away from the rarest fish.
All right. So I think August we'll do a If It Swims trip outside
in August to Death Valley. Let's go.
Yeah.
Anyway, these fish are isolated. They can find ways around drought and stuff like that. The rest of the fish there are introduced: bass, catfish, stripers, and trout, brought in to build a fishery. No surprise here, but these stockings played a big role in what nearly wiped out some of the natives. Before we get to the state fish, Dave, you want to lead us through some records?
Yeah. So a couple of things. Several things about the records. Well, yeah, here's what I found interesting about the state records. So this is our third state.
Yes, it is.
We did Alabama first, and they had records for 41 species.
Mm-hmm.
We did Alaska last month. They had records for 18 species. We're in Arizona.
Yeah.
They got 41 species on their record books.
They just mark them all, don't they?
Yeah. And the other thing that I found interesting when I went and I looked them up is they keep several categories. And I did not the things that I'm going to talk about here are only from two categories. They're from hook and line categories. So they had a hook and line for inland, and they had a hook and line for the Colorado River watershed. They, for whatever reason, they
Sure.
divide those up. They had other categories, but they were like
they don't have any
fishing.
ocean front, so they call anything away from that river inland.
The Colorado, yeah. They had another like non-hook and line, but it was like all bow fishing records. We don't want to talk about that.
I don't really want to see them.
All right, so the biggest fish.
Oh, yeah.
Biggest fish, much smaller in Arizona than Alaska because we had that huge halibut, multi-hundred pounds. But the biggest fish is nothing to sneeze at, 76.5-pound flathead catfish.
Okay, that's to be expected.
Yeah.
The second largest fish is a 74-pound flathead catfish.
Oh, blue. Okay.
And that's because of the inland versus the Colorado River, right?
Okay, I got you.
The smallest fish on the list is a warmouth at 12 ounces.
That's a good warmouth.
That's a big warmouth, yeah.
Yeah. And okay, I have to read this one because I've never heard of it before.
All right, great.
The second smallest fish weighed at 0.78 pounds. Where's my ounces? It's like half an ounce larger than the warmouth. It's called the Pacific 10-pounder.
I've heard
10 pounds.
I've heard the name 10-pounder.
I didn't look it up. I saw it and I was like, oh, that's kind of funny because I thought the same thing Gary did. Well, that ain't no 10-pounder.
Right. But what is it?
I don't know. That's going to also have to be homework for after the recording, right?
And I think it's a stretch to call it Pacific.
The Pacific.
It's kind of in the middle of the United States.
This is Elops.
10-pounder. It's a what now?
Elops.
Yeah. The genus is Elops. Ladyfish, shipjacks, and 10-pounders.
Oh, okay. All
I'll
right.
be damned.
It's Aaron.
Oh, I have heard the term 10-pounder before, and you're right, Brett. There's a whole load of fish called 10-pounders.
But I think they're all elops,
Huh.
Maybe.
which a tarpon does not fit in. But boy, howdy, is it close.
Yeah.
And we've had that discussion, too, if tarpon and ladyfish are somehow related, and they're not.
Well, but somehow. It's how far,
Well, I mean,
how
they're
far,
all
up,
fish.
how far up the list you want to go, right?
Yeah.
They're both fish, and they both have to drink water.
But they're not. They weren't the same genus or whatever.
No, the
Yeah.
same order.
Yeah.
Which is, not too far up, right?
So let's take a look at a couple of the oldest records.
Sorry about that, Dave.
No, you're fine. You're fine. This
we
is
drove that-
fun.
We drove that right in the ditch.
Oh, we do that every month, and that's part of the fun. So the oldest record in Arizona is from 1952, and it is a 35-pound channel catfish.
What? That
Yeah,
is a
I mean,
monster channel catfish.
it's a monster, or they were
Or
misidentifying
was
something
it
in
blue? They didn't know the
1952.
difference in 1952.
Yeah.
Because they were all stocked there anyway.
Yeah. Oh, of course.
So maybe they just stocked a blue on accident and didn't.
Yeah. So the other species I'm going to mention, because of course we're not going to go through all 41, is I'm going to mention some of their records that exceed Arizona, right? So they have listed in their records. They show which records are, according to Arizona, larger than the all tackle record by the IGFA and the National Freshwater Fishing Hall of Fame.
Okay.
Those are the round-tail chub at just under 4 pounds,
Chub are cool.
sunfish, hybrid, which I think might just be a regular brim, at about 2 pounds.
It makes its appearance every time.
And then we have another sunfish, hybrid at 3 pounds, and that's the difference between their inland and Colorado River.
Sure.
So they also have they have a separate category now that talks about the National Freshwater Fishing Hall of Fame. So it's a world record according to National Freshwater Fishing Hall of Fame, which is different from IGFA, and it's not larger than as the other one. In any case,
So confusing.
it is confusing, but still, this is kind of cool. A razorback sucker at 9.8 pounds.
Cool.
A desert sucker at 2.7 pounds. A striped bass at 67 pounds.
Man, that's
big.
got to be a tail race striper, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's the National Freshwater Fishing Hall of Fame record.
Yeah.
They also have a redfish. Redfish.
Well,
A red ear sunfish.
I mean, redfish are stocked in freshwater in states.
Yeah.
That
No,
was
a red
not
ear sunfish
Totally unbelievable to me.
at 6
What?
pounds.
Wait. Did you say a red ear?
What?
Red ear sunfish, Lake Havasu, 2021, 6 pounds.
Do they have a picture of that fish? I want to see that.
I mean,
I'm gonna find a picture of
wondering.
this fish.
I'm wondering if somebody got one of those $5 fishing scales from Walmart, and they don't require any good scale.
What year is it?
They
2021.
lead
No,
shot.
it was 2021. It's probably a pretty
Official.
accurate scale.
Yeah,
Man.
red ear sunfish. I thought that was crazy. And then the last one
That's crazy.
that's the world record
Mm-hmm.
at just under 6 pounds, the Apache trout.
Oh, that's a good size.
The Apache trout, huh?
Yep.
Oh. Do you want to talk about the state fish?
Yep.
State fish. Did you put that last on purpose?
Yep.
Nice. Yeah. The state fish. We always do the state fish. They only have one. Is the Apache trout. Designated in 1986. And it's a perfect fish of the state's pick because the Apache trout is found nowhere else in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Olive yellow belly, gold belly, dense black spotting toward the tail, living in cold white mountain headwater streams in the east central part of the state. It's
super pretty.
one of the only 2 trout native to Arizona, the other being the closely related Gila trout. which is a pretty cool name too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. So after about 50 years, recovery work led by the White Mountain Apache tribe, in September 2024, it became the first sport fish and the first trout ever removed from the endangered species list.
That's pretty cool.
That is
I didn't know that.
That is great, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I've also got some fish that are endemic only to Arizona. As we started with the Apache trout, we also have the little Colorado spine dace, a small silvery fish found only in Arizona, endemic to the Little Colorado River and its north flowing tributaries. It is also, as you'd expect, down to just a few small populations. And the Little Colorado sucker, restricted only to the Little Colorado Basin, effectively Arizona only. That's good stuff.
That's super cool.
I do like these endemic little daces and suckers. They make me smile for some reason.
I bet the Dace's family. Yeah. I bet the Dace's family doesn't let their kids date anybody from the sucker family.
I'm sure they don't, and I don't think it's how fish work, but I'm sure they don't.
All right.
What the heck?
That was sorry. You're gonna cut this later. That was my slipper falling off my foot.
His slipper.
Wow.
Yeah, you work from home. I just wear slippers all day.
This is definitely
own slippers. Just for the record,
You don't?
no. Why would I own slippers?
I don't know.
I'm not 70.
Oh, I am.
it's probably not getting cut, Gary.
Yeah,
No, not now.
Probably not getting cut now. Oh man. So you guys have anything else on Arizona or anything else of anything else?
Nada.
No?
I'm done, man. I thought I had a question, but it's gone out of my head.
This whole slipper talk broke you.
Yeah, I did.
Oh man. In that case, let's get out of here. We are on the web at IFITSWIMS.com and on Instagram at _IFITSWIMS_podcast, where you will find photos from the staff's fishing trips. More links to find us are available in the show notes, along with links to items covered this month. Our music was written for us by Dallas artist Jeff Hewitt. Join us again next month. Spread the word, and as always, we will see you out there. See ya.
Later, guys.
Alvida.